For this week's reading assignment, you read about potential participant growth as the result of an adventure education, particularly self, community, and leadership development. However, despite individual differences, these factors vary according to the level of experience. Almost all of the research on wilderness experiences focuses on participants' first venture, or at least never explores whether participants had previous experience. Here are some qualitative results that focus on experience with the major themes found in the qualitative data that I gathered during my dissertation. The first diagram here is a confidential analysis, which looks at the different dimensions of contrast in data on people. In this one, it's on people and activity as the domains of contrast. As you can see, level of experience varies for new semesters students, second to third semester students, and fourth and beyond semester students, and even for all the teachers and instructors of the trip. Note the differences, for example, emotional challenges. For new students, emotional challenges are very high, yet during second semester students learn to trust in the group more, but then grows again once leadership starts to develop during third and fourth trips as they become not only responsible for themselves but others. Note that in the next chart, which is the first semester I collected data for the study, that the emphasis on development varies, such as first semester growth focuses on self-growth more. For second semester students, notice how students are continuing to focus on self-growth along with community development, and an emergence of focus on leadership development for the second semester students. And students who just experienced their third or more experience, self and community continue to increase, whereas focus on leadership development seems to become much more of a focus. Now, let's look at the results of the next semester wilderness trip. As you can see, the pattern is similar, most particularly with community being the highest during the second semester trip, and leadership being the strongest at the third semester and beyond level. And now for the final semester of data collection. I think the data strongly shows similar results for community and leadership development, whereas self-growth seems to vary. One student in particular was interviewed during all 3 semesters of data collection. Pablo was interviewed at the end of his second, third, and fourth wilderness trip. Notice how leadership emerged during his second trip, then continued to grow. Some of the students from the wilderness trips were interviewed again 5 years later. Here are the themes found in that analysis: awareness of others, community development, leadership development, program impact on their lives, self-growth, transfer of learning, and continued growth. Now, you should have a good idea how growth not only occurs as a result of the wilderness trip, but how it can change upon repeated adventure experiences. I'll go ahead and flash through the other data just so you can take one more look at it and pause if you would like. Oops, sorry about that. There we go.